somehow, right, this is my second day working at Dunkin' Donuts. And I don't know, like, I worked at Milkshake Factory for 1 month. And the reason why me and that manager at Milkshake Factory, we didn't last, let me tell you the truth. It's really because I couldn't work weekends, right? I couldn't work weekends, and that's why I got fired, right? With that being said, um, they pushed me out with some white girl. The white girl thought she was gonna become a manager at by doing that. She did not become a manager by doing that. They ended up giving it to another girl. So now, boom, after that, I got into a Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness was good. I got myself into some drama. It been feeling like, you know what, maybe I am the common denominator, maybe I am the issue. But I've also been gang stalked this whole fucking year. And it has messed me up mentally because I've dealt with organized harassment my whole 3 years living at a previous apartment. So I also, not only am I being sabotaged at jobs sometimes, but I'm being I'm self-sabotaging myself. So I'm working at Dunkin' Donuts. I just started this new job yesterday. I was so excited. My first day was yesterday. I come in, even the day when I gave in my onboarding, the manager was not welcoming at all. This lady was highly disrespectful. Highly, like, I was standing there with my onboarding papers and she would just walk back and forth as if she did not see me, back and forth, until I had to go ahead and speak to somebody because she would not acknowledge me. So the lady that I'm about to work for did not acknowledge me at all. She wouldn't acknowledge me. And then, so yesterday's my first day. She's always over me. She's always micromanage me. And then, when you're watching somebody like me, if you're micromanaging me, I'm gonna make mistakes because you're watching me. You're literally producing anxiety in me. Because the day before, she was so mean. She was so mean. She's like, you're mixing up hot and cold drinks. The hot and cold drinks you're just mixing up. You're mixing these drinks up. You don't even know how to make hot. You don't even know when to make a hot or cold drink. So today I come in, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to, and I was doing good. And then it was like, oh, you're not moving fast enough. You're not moving this fast enough. And I just I felt targeted. I'm not going to lie. I felt very disrespected and targeted because everybody started, why am I being targeted? Why I feel like I'm the one that's getting the most heat. And then at some point, like, I'm taking the cups up. I'm like, hey, like, why do we gotta put lids on the top of the cups? Because we had less cups, right?
Slight left onto West Market Street.
We had less cups, for the drinks. So I'm like, hey, why do we have to put lids on top of the cups that are left? She's like, so roaches don't come in here, duh. Yeah, you're asking stupid questions. You're da 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 da. Mind you, this is the same lady that said to ask her questions if I have questions. Then she tells me to just go home. Well, this lady, I feel, and even the other employees, like, you could tell, like, yo, like, they're scared of her, like they're scared of her, or they just scared, they just don't want to step on any toes. Like, they're basically walking on eggshells around this lady. This is absolutely one of the worst managers I have ever dealt with. I thought I had bad managers. This woman, and this was like a job that I had called up and I was like, hi, I'm looking for a job. I worked at Milkshake Factory, blah, blah, blah. But even if you feel like, oh, she's worked at a restaurant before, don't you
Slight right to stay on West Market Street.
Don't y'all feel like Dunkin' Donuts and Milkshake Factory are two different places to work? Hi. Let me know, guys. Write in the comments. Do you feel like, if let's say you were an employee, right? You did restaurant work, but barely. Do you not feel like Dunkin' Donuts and a milkshake factory are two different places? Don't you feel like two places would take you some time to get animated and feel comfortable and get used to the environment? Mr. Inappropriate, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing very well. I just got let go from another job today. I've dealt with a very, like this one, I've talked shit about a lot of jobs, but this job was terrible. It was at Dunkin' Donuts. And I already looked at the reviews. People are like, oh my God, do not work at Dunkin' Donuts. The management there is terrible. People, they treat you like shit. Oh my God, you guys. That was the worst manager I have ever seen in my life. You guys, when I say she would, even a black girl, it was a black girl that was working next to me yesterday, and she was like, yo, why is she talking to you like that? Why is she talking to you like that? And I'm like, yo, I'm like, girl, just let it go. Like, mind you, I'm used to dealing with these racist ass Indians. I'm like, girl, it's just that's just how they are. Just very, very disrespectful for no reason. If she didn't like how it worked, that's what I'm saying. I think you're right. Progressive or T-Mobile, I think you're right. But let me know, y'all. Let me know. Am I tripping? Or does a place like Dunkin' Donuts, where you have to make hot or cold drinks, make sandwiches, would something like that not take time? Would it not take time to learn and to feel comfortable and to you gotta get belligerent with them? Girl, I don't mean how belligerent. I'm just shocked. Like, and then next week, right, she was like, oh, you only have 5 hours because we just opened up, but we're gonna pick up. She's lying, because I just called another Dunkin' Donuts trying to get work. You know what that guy said? He said, oh, a lot of Dunkin' Donuts right now are not doing so well. Business is very slow. So bobble your head like them. I used to bobble my head like them at another Indian place. But I don't want to listen, I want to work in an environment where it's at least tolerable. That place was not tolerable. It felt like it was like a target on my back this entire time, and I just didn't see it. So I'm just tired of y'all. I think food service is, and let me tell you something, I would have gotten a job. Had she just been patient. But it had nothing to do with that. I just feel like she just knew that she was not gonna. When I went into the office, she was like looking at the schedule. She was miserable. Just miserable. Everybody that she hired had years of experience on top of me. Like, of course they're gonna know everything. And she would say that to me. I'd be like, oh, I asked the girl that worked in Dunkin' Donuts for a long time. She was like, oh. I was like, oh, you know how to do the sandwich things too? She's like, here's the manager. Yeah, she knows how to do everything. Like, every situation, she found a way to put me down. Every fucking situation, she found a way to put me fucking down. Every situation. I've never seen anything like that in my entire fucking life. And it's just like, for me, it's not worth it anyways, because it's like, yo, I overheard her tell somebody yesterday, like, yeah, I'm going to have her on the weekends. That's why she wants me fast, because her plan was to have me on the weekends to work. And I wasn't going to get a lot of hours from that place. I can already tell, like, I wasn't. Because right now, the economy, people are not buying. A lot of people, even people who come in as customers, they're angry. Customers come in, like, they look like somebody punched them in the face. Like, people are doing bad financially. That's why I hate dealing with startups. I hate dealing with companies that just opened up, because it's like they're super picky, or Like, everybody wants the best workers and they don't have no money to give. No money to give. And I didn't feel like I was that bad. I feel like everybody who I asked is like, those people, they've been there, they've been in Dunkin' Donuts for a minute. I just started working there. And honestly, I don't think I was moving that slow. I really don't. Y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. I'm trying so hard to do the right thing and not to sell my body. And I tell you, boy, but the black woman, when I tell you the black woman is the most disrespected, we are the most disrespected, and there's nobody that's gonna help us. We are really the most disrespected. I don't know. I just felt targeted. I don't know. I mean, even before training day, she was already like very disrespectful. Like, I don't know. I would go in there, the employees weren't welcoming, nobody was welcoming. You could just feel it. Like, even before I was rejected from this place, I already felt it. And God told me, Ocean, this place is not for you. And what I did, I still got up, I went clocked in because I said, God, I need to work. I said, God, but I need to work, God. God already showed me, like, Ocean, I don't want you working here. But I said, God, but I need to work. So how you gonna tell me not to work, God? I need to work. I need to make a living. That's why I'm scared to even sign this lease, because like, I don't want an eviction on my record. Like, I don't want that shit on my record. I'd rather just be able to just leave the place and be like, hey, it just didn't work out. The economy, y'all, is so bad. And when I say everybody's angry, nobody smiles anymore. Everybody's just depressed. Everybody looking like they ready to kill somebody at any moment. I know y'all just heard of that Paris Hilton guy that just harmed himself. And he was all, red all over. I know y'all heard about that was it this morning? Y'all, like, people are losing their minds. Like, yo, this shit, like, this country, I'm telling you, it's slowly but surely, it's going downhill. It's slowly but surely, like, this country is going downhill. It's bad.
Turn right onto South 14th Street.
Slowly but surely. I can't believe, like, when you get let go, it's like a shock again. Like, yo, not again. I just found this job. But I already knew, like, I was standing there and I was like, yo, it's not a lot of people coming in this you in a Dunkin' Donuts, like, there's like a line, there's like 10 people. She has all these workers. I'm like, why she got all these workers? And it's like, I think in her mind, she was just gonna hire the fastest one. She didn't really care. Like, she didn't want, like, Dunkin' Donuts. Let me tell you something about Dunkin' Donuts too. Like, they don't want to train you. Dunkin' Donuts, they don't want to train, and they don't want to train you. They don't want to train anybody off the street. Like, you kind of have to come in and already know what the fuck you're doing. They don't want to train nobody. They don't. So anybody that's thinking to work there, do not work at Dunkin' Donuts, because they do not want to train nobody. Yo, every job, I feel like every time I work at a place and then this shit happens, this shit makes me feel
Head towards South 15th Street.
It makes me feel so depressed, y'all. If only I could.
Turn right onto South 15th Street.
I feel like a level. I never felt so worthless. Like, I just feel like after being after being harassed this year by a property manager that I used to live where I used to live, I've just never been the same. Like I've just it's either the devil's using me to self-sabotage myself or I'm being sabotaged. It's like once you go through gang stalking, it's something like you gotta go through to know that it's real. You're just never the same. You're never the same. You can't keep a job. You can't for too long. And then if you keep a job, you're gonna be harassed at that job. You're gonna be fucked with because you haven't given your soul to the devil. It's really dehumanizing. Working at these jobs, I don't know what I thought working at Newark. Honestly, I should have known better. Like, it's Newark. Like, what did I think? But even the black girl that I was working next to, she noticed that I was being disrespected. She also noticed it too. She noticed it and she said something. She also said something. She said, "Why is this lady talking to you like this?" I said, I don't know why she's talking to me like that. That's what I said to her. I said, I don't know why she's talking to me like this. I don't know. Mind you, first day working, first day. She was upset that I was making mistakes on my first day. Who the fuck gets mad at somebody for making mistakes on their first day of work? This bitch is crazy. Insane. I was like, I thought maybe I could pass through training. But I'm like, honestly, it's not like she had all this money anyways. She only had 5 hours.
Turn right into the parking lot.
She only had 5 hours next week. That would have been no money. So I am not shocked. I feel like she had to get rid of her overhead. She got rid of the person that she felt like was the least productive. Mind you, let me let y'all know this. I just started. Today was I didn't even get to finish my full second day. I never felt so humiliated and disrespected in my life. I've never felt so hopeless. Like I've never even felt that till today. Never.
Turn right.
This country boy. Your girl is looking for another job again. And a part of me, I'm like, yo, I just need to start my own business. I just need to take that risk. But what business can you start without capital? I have rent to pay. I have things I have to pay that I should have been able to pay, I just feel like, honestly, just giving up and just being like, you know what? I just can't do this life shit no more. I can't do it. I can't deal with
Continue on to Steuben Street.
I can't do this life. 5-10 years, y'all are gonna see a lot more suicides. Y'all are gonna see a lot more. Now, I don't even want to say that word, but you guys are gonna see a lot of more self-harm. Because people are gonna give up, and let me tell you something. Suffering in the U.S. versus suffering in the Caribbean is two different things. Because in the Caribbean, everybody's struggling. So there's no hierarchy in the Caribbean unless you're a fucking reggae rapper. There's no hierarchy unless you're a fucking politician. There's no hierarchy. You get me? There's no hierarchy. But in this country, there is. And the way that people treat the poor, you are gonna want to be dead. You're gonna want to unalive yourself if you're struggling, because it's bad. You can't be poor in this country. People won't understand it. I don't know what I did. I keep keep wondering to myself, like, what I could have done to be treated that way. What could I have been done? I don't want to say, oh, it's because of my looks. I don't want to say that, because I really feel like it has something to do with my productivity. Y'all, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I never felt this sense of hopelessness. Like, I've never felt it. Like, I just said to myself, you know, Ocean, like, and I went to her that morning and I asked her, I said, hey, can I go on direct deposit? She was like, oh, direct deposit starts next week. Okay. Then I said, hey, how many, like, what days do you think I'll be working next week? She was like, oh, I don't really know right now. I don't really know. Then she came out. She was really, really nice. I was like, people are only nice when they about to, you know. I was like, that's not good, because this bitch was not nice to me yesterday. She just kept, like, following me, watching me. Everybody else, like, she would correct them, but it was just like, with me, it was just like harsh. Everything was just so harsh. With me, her delivery with me was just harsh. Everybody else, she would correct up neutral. Me, it became harsh. She said, oh yeah, you can ask questions. I asked her a question, and then she let me go. She told me to go home because I asked her a question. Like, I've never, like, this lady, honestly, y'all, I think I do have to call corporate. And I didn't want to, because I was like, Ocean, like, what is that gonna do? But I said, you know, I need to call corporate. Like, I need to call them. Like, I need to call corporate. Like, I need to stand up for myself. I cannot keep letting people talk to me like they done lost their fucking minds. Y'all let me know. Should I call corporate? Should I? All she's gonna say, oh, it was because of her work performance. Not just my second day. So I'm just wondering, should I call corporate? Will it make a difference? Probably not. They're just gonna say, oh, we're so sorry that you went through that. Blah, blah, blah. We're sorry. But I feel like if I don't complain against this lady, who will? Who will? I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna sweat it. I think that Dunkin' Donuts was gonna struggle, and I think when a ship is sinking, they have to let go of the least productive people. Even though it's my second day. Something's wrong with this lady, I'm telling y'all. The first day I met her, she was already cursing out a homeless person. I was like, she was like, and then she goes in the back. She's like, I can't stand these homeless people. Blah, blah, blah. I can't stand them. Da, da, da. I'm like, you know, I don't let that stuff bother me. But it wasn't like, you know, when you're in a restaurant and a chef may scream at you. This was just pure disrespect. This wasn't even like direction. Like, she was just disrespectful. It's like, I was like, I think she wanted me to quit. She wanted me to quit, and then when she let me go, she's gonna say, yeah, it was because of productivity. My second day. I just don't know, y'all. Like, I be asking myself, like, maybe the world will be just a happier place if I just wasn't here. Like, maybe just
Turn right onto Sussex Avenue.
Maybe people would finally clap and be like, finally, she got rid of herself. We've been waiting for her to get rid of herself. As it seems like it's just a lot. It's a lot to take care of me. It's a lot. I eat a lot of food.
Turn left into the parking lot.
It's just a lot. I've never wanted to give up so much. Like, I needed a job. Like, even if it's cleaning position, I need a job just to work. I don't even care.
Turn right into the parking lot.
I don't want to have to sell my body. I don't want to have to do shit like that. I don't want to. So, I don't know, you guys. I just feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. Second job. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. You're welcome. I'm just gonna wait over here. I have to reapply and change my. I'm gonna reapply and change my hours of availability. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I do miss working here though.